Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Microworkers and exploring the new builder template for creating a campaign. Whether you're new to Microworkers or looking to optimize your campaigns, this tutorial will guide you through the process step by step. First, make sure you're logged in to your Microworkers account. Once you're in, navigate to the Builder section by clicking on Create TTB Campaign tab. You will see three options on this page. You can click the tutorial button for walkthrough in customizing your template. It's actually a tutorial for content moderation, image moderation, adult content. But the basics are there, like what to choose between basic and HG, what template to use, how to edit variables, add your own steps, and lastly, how to submit a campaign for approval. You can go back and click on this button anytime. For now, let's go ahead and customize a template for content translation by clicking this button. You'll see the Builder New Campaign Builder interface. Here you will see the category list on the left side. By default, the selected template is the offer or sign-up category. On the right side is the preview of all templates under this category, which makes it easier for you to see which template would be helpful for your campaign. Today, our campaign objective is to ask workers to provide his own English translation of a Chinese sentence, as well as translation using Google Translate, just so I can compare both results. This falls under Content Translation category. All template previews are now loaded on the right side. Based on these, you can easily see which template to use, and its translation of sentences template. The button here displays the new international campaign, which is 10 cents. This is the cost per task under Basic International Zone only. We suggest using Hiregroup for this type of category. Check out the cost display, it changes to 2 cents. The best group to hire for this is MW Chinese-speaking countries. Actually, the group to be hired depends on what you need. For example, if you have Arabic sentences to be translated to English, you can select United Arab Emirates, or Spanish-speaking countries if you want to translate Spanish sentences to English. Or you can also create your own group by utilizing the Hiregroup's dynamic targeting feature where you can effortlessly include or exclude as many countries as you want in your own group. See the description below the video to access the article about this feature. To continue with our campaign, let's select Chinese-speaking countries. Set time to finish. A typical content translation campaign does not need to exceed 3 minutes. Take note that workers find campaigns with lower TTF more attractive than those lengthy ones. Just make sure that what you enter here is enough for workers to complete the job. Available positions. If you are a beginner employer at Microworkers, you might want to test your campaign and see how it pans out. Unlike in Basic where the minimum number of positions is 30, here in HG, you can open a campaign with at least 1 position. For this, I'd like to try 3 positions to get 3 translations for just 1 Chinese sentence. Max positions a worker can accept. By default, it is set to 1. This means that each worker can only work on the job once. Changing it to 2 or higher increases the number of times the worker can accept the job. But if you set it to 0, worker can do the jobs unlimited times. Minimum payment per task is displayed here. You can increase payout in this box. Actually, if you want to hire a large group of workers, you may contact us so we can set up a special pricing. This is the estimated campaign cost, 9 cents. The breakdown for this is 2 cents times 3 positions plus 1 cent fee for every successful task that costs below 10 cents. Here you'll see what the template will look like. On the right side, this table shows the base steps. This means that for this 2 cent cost, you can create 1 simple task instruction and 1 translation step. Task instruction is a generic step. You can see that the quantity says 1 of 1. In this case, the first step asks worker to translate the provided sentences from source language to target language. Use proper grammar and spelling in target language. Next is the translation step, which shows the source language, sentence to be translated, and proof requirements, which are translation by Google and workers' translation. The point of having this builder is to lessen the effort of editing or creating a campaign. So basically, this remains as it is for this particular campaign. Click Switch to Builder mode. Editing task instruction for step 1. Click the pen icon to edit this step. An edit box will open below with the following tabs: Instructions, Important, Note, and Proofs. Step 1 says translate the provided sentences from text 1 to text 2. Use proper grammar and spelling in text 2. Two edit boxes will appear below. To understand what this means, click the Show or Hide Helpful functions. In simple terms, text 1 is the variable for source language, which is, in this case, Chinese. Let's type it here. Text 2 is the variable for target language, which is, in this case, English. Type it here. Two asterisks on both sides of the variables format the words in bold. There are other functions here to format the steps, but for now, let's click on this gray button again to close it. Under Note tab, you will see this part. We need to compare the translation of short sentences using your own translation and Google Translate. You can edit it if you want, but for now, let's leave it as it is. Click Save Step. To edit Step 2, click the pen icon. You will see variables text 3 and text 4. Edit variable text 3 by typing Chinese as the source language. You can remove this if you want. I just want to display it, that's why I'm keeping it here. Then enter in variable text 4 the sentence you wish to be translated to English. I'll skip the Important and Note tab because there's nothing to be added there. Here's the proof section for this step. A proof requirement already exists, but I'd like to make a few changes to it. To edit, click on the pen icon. The details are displayed below. I just want to edit the label and add English. This is the proof name, which is by default named TG1 as translation by Google. You can change it to T1 or whatever you feel like naming it. Then click on Save Proof. For the second proof, I don't see the need to update it, so I will click on Save Step button. Just click Add New Step. You can choose what step you want to add. Let's click on Translation to add another sentence. A blank instruction box appears below. Look at the right side of the page. An additional 2-cent cost per task is automatically added to your total campaign cost, so total minimum payment per task becomes 4 cents. To make this easier, I can just copy what was written in Step 2. But to be able to do that, I have to click Save Step button first to save the Step 3. Click the pen icon in Step 2, copy what's listed in the instructions, click the pen icon here and paste. Change text 3 variable to text 5. Change text 4 to text 6. Under text 5, enter Chinese. Under text 6, enter the second sentence you wish to be translated. To add proof requirement that looks the same as Step 2's, click the Proofs tab. Click Text Area. Copy or type the label name from Step 2. English translation by Google. Proof name should be unique, so you can use T2. Leave required checked. Once done, save proof, then do the same for this fourth proof requirement. Click Text Area, copy or type the second label name from Step 2, your translation. Change proof name to YT2 and leave required checked. Once done, save proof, then save step. Campaign title. Start by giving your campaign a clear and descriptive name. This helps you easily identify it later. Enter here text translation Chinese to English. QT is required or optional. Required means that this campaign will only be available to workers who passed qualification test. Time to rate, 3 days is enough for this campaign. The lower the TTR, the more attractive your campaign is to workers. Task rating option, select which best works for you. The most common choices are admin review and employer rate only. Now all you have to do is click the Create Campaign and go to Next. Scroll to click Preview and Confirmation, then confirm and OK to really submit the campaign for review. To see your submitted campaigns, just click on My TTV Campaigns and it will display a list. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any questions or comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.